Hi, this is Edith, Educational Technologist at Oregon Tech, and in this video I am going to go over the PowerPoint Insert tab. So Insert tab is similar to the other inserts in the other Microsoft Office programs. You can insert new slides, and it will just automatically add a new slide. You can add as many as you want. If you click on that as well, you can decide what type of slides you want to add. So maybe you want a comparison slide. The other thing you can do is you can duplicate slides. So if you have a slide that you just want to change perhaps the title on, you can actually just, let's go ahead and put a change title. Then I can duplicate this slide. So it's already selected, and I could just duplicate selected slide and see. You can see I have now two of the same slides, and then I can just change this to this is the change title. And so that will allow for you to have the same information. It's just maybe you have some different title that you want to use to present the information in there. The other thing we have, if you have an outline, then you can bring that in, import it in from a text file, a Word file, a Word Perfect. So you have all of these types of files that you can bring it in from if you have an outline, and it'll create outlines for you there. I have yet to try it, so it'll be pretty interesting to see. You can also reuse slides from other PowerPoints. So if I want to open a PowerPoint, and let's see, I know in my S drive I have presentations. And so I can go in there and I can start looking for my presentations and pick one of my presentations, and I can actually just drag it into I could double click it and it will open those slides. Now notice it's not bringing over the template that I have here. So, because it's going to go along with the design and the template that you choose for this here. But as you can see, it brought over all my information. And that's kind of neat, especially if you have some new information that you want to put in. You don't want to rebuild the whole presentation, or you're creating another presentation based on another presentation. So that's a useful tool. I can insert a table. Let's go to a more blank document here. That just was awful. So I can actually insert a table here, and you can choose. It'll give you the table properties, and you can choose what type of table and information there. It will go over more about this in the design view as well, but you can also you have some options here that you can play with, so be aware of that. I can also include pictures, of course. If you have picture documents, go ahead and grab your picture and insert it, and now I have it inserted here. Drag and drop it wherever you would like to do it. You can turn this off if you want. It doesn't bother me either way. And then so you can do online pictures, of course. So we don't have SharePoint quite up ready yet to go, but if we did, you can go through SharePoint, or you can just type in a Bing search engine. The other thing you can do is actually go, if you don't want to go to Bing and you want a different way to get pictures, so let's put in color picker. You can actually just go here, decide which one you want, and copy your image. Right click, copy, and then paste. And you can do it that way as well, except for that didn't work well. That was a YouTube video from a different video. Let's see if we can do this again. I don't think I clicked the copy, and maybe that's what happened. Copy image. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, you may have to save the image and then import it. No, it's not going to allow me to do it. I wonder if I do Control V. Nope. So for some reason, it doesn't like me to do it that way. And it just may be the program just not working together very well. Let's go ahead and I want to try it one more time. I apologize for that. Copy and paste. There we go. So now you could do it that way. It must have just been the program or the way I was trying to select the image. So there it is. I could actually do it that way instead of going through the Bing search, because I'm not a big Bing fan, so I don't like using it. I can also do a screenshot. So if I choose to do that, it can bring me over here, but I can select, you know, something like this. And now I have the screenshot as well. And then, of course, I'm going to get picture tools, which I will go over in another video because there's a lot to do here as well. I can also insert from a new photo album. So if I have a photo album, I can pick a picture from it, but obviously I have no pictures. I can also grab it from a file or a disk. I can insert shapes, of course. So just pick your shape. It'll give you the box. And then again, we have drawing tools, which I will go over later. But that's will pop up for you. And then when you click off of it, you can get back to home. Icons, same thing. Microsoft has created a lot of icons for you to use. You can just hit insert and it'll open it up. And of course, I'm going to get that message again and I'll eventually get rid of it. You get another toolbar, which is your graphic toolbar. So that's available as well in another video. Smart art. So if you would like to do flow charts or any of this type of thing, you got a process that you want to show, you can say, okay. I tell you, my slides get very busy after a while I'm doing these things. So, you know, be careful when you're moving these that you probably want to grab the whole box and not just the individual information there. If you want to get rid of stuff, you can highlight it and delete it, which I'm going to do for this part. I can include a chart. So if I have a type of chart that I want to put in there, I can say, okay, and then I will give it the information. It will give me this right here. This is just a sample, but you can actually edit the information here and then it will change your chart there. Or you can insert it from, you know, select your data. Let's see if it'll bring us over to, so I can actually change the data in there and then it will change the chart for me as well. Okay, and then of course you get chart tools, another thing that we will definitely go over. So, you know, that'll be another video. Insert, we're going back there. So let me go ahead and minimize that quite a bit. The other thing that I can do is I can go to the store for add-ins. Again, I've stressed this in other videos. Please don't get add-ins if you're not sure or the system's not asking you for them, because, you know, you may include an add-in that is not what you're expecting or know how to use. I do it all the time, so I'm speaking from experience. You know, just get in touch with ITS Help Desk or somebody in ITS and we'll be glad to help you with that. We have the Zoom. So this is a summary of all of the document of all the slides that I have. I can also choose it and say, okay, insert it, and you know, now I have another one of those slides. And then of course we have Zoom tools that show up as well. But another time for that. There's also section zoom and slide zoom. So I can actually pick a slide I want to zoom to and say, you know, and this will give you this little cheat sheet on it and such. But all right, so I don't want that anymore, so I can cut that out of there. You can include a hyperlink if you want to. So, you know, if I have a YouTube video perhaps that I want to be able to pick. So go ahead and do this again. YouTube, and I'll go to my channel because I do have a channel, and I could pick a video, say I want this, and I'm going to pause it. And I can just copy and paste this into that link box, into the address, paste, okay. And then I will be able to control click, as you see, and go to the video and watch it. An action item. So if I want an action item, I can hyperlink to the next slide. I have all of these options here. Another PowerPoint presentation. I can go to a YouTube URL. This is all on click. So if I want to do that, I can just say, okay, on that click, I'm going to go to that YouTube video and say, okay. And that will give me that option as well. I can also add a comment. I don't want to watch the video. because it's boring. So now I have it, and somebody can actually reply to it, but you can see now I have a little box here. So even if I close this, the box shows right there, and I can click on it and see what it says. I can include a text box inside the text box. So you see my cursor kind of changed a little differently. So now I have a text box there, and I can add any information I want. And, you know, it will only stay the size of the characters. So if you wanted a bigger box like that, or I can actually select the text if it'll allow me. You want to get that I cursor, and I can change it to, you know, 66, and so it's going to grow with the font, and then I can just drag it and drop it there. So I can also include a header and a footer. So that's mostly your notes and slide outs. So you can add all of that information in here. You know, you can change the type of calendar as well, and whether you want it fixed, you want a header, a footer, you know. So I want the header to be my name and the footer to be my email address, perhaps. And then I'll say apply to all. And so if I look at the note view, it will show up, or won't it? Well, it's not showing up, so I'm not sure. It might just be for a print function. Well, it does not show up. That's interesting. Okay, so obviously that's not working the way well, it's not showing it because it's not, don't show on slide title. Okay, footer. Let me try that again. Apply to all. There it goes. Now you can see it down here. If for some reason it didn't like the header and footer thing there. I can also put the slide number on there as well too. So you can see that I have the slide number there as well. I can insert word art. So if you like something, you know, this is word art. You know, you can also change it. It gives you the options. You know, I didn't like the way it looks. Make sure you highlight it all, and then you can change it as well through there. You can insert the date and time as it showed here. And Gregorian is our default calendar. That's the one we always use all the time. So you can just say okay. You can also change the default if you want it look like. Let's see. Okay, so there you go. You can change it if you want, and I'm just not going to change it if it doesn't. I'd rather keep it on the American way, I guess. Let's highlight over this. Oh, this is going to show you the slide number. So if I want to put the slide number in here, let's go ahead and delete that. I can actually just click on that, and not that, the slide number. Oh, and we already did that, so it showed up down here. But I guess if I click it on here, it will also show up in there as well, in that text box. And then I can also embedded objects or documents or other files you have inserted into this. Okay. So this is where you would embed perhaps another document. Maybe you want to do a Microsoft worksheet and say okay, and it'll embed it into the document for you instead of, as you can see right here. And then you can add the information as you go along, and you know, add 1, 2, 3, and so now it's embedded into the document. You can see it up here as being embedded. You can also do an equation. So let's go ahead and go in here. Math equation, you can put it in. You can also change the numbers and letters if you want to make it a Y instead of an X. So you can definitely change those as well. You get the equation toolbar. So if there's something you want to do differently, you can also get all kinds of information and equations and how to set this up for what you're looking for. So that's kind of cool for the math classes and possibly chemistry classes, I guess, or any other class that uses those type of equations. Symbol is not showing up as active here. I don't think that's a huge issue. You can always just insert a font, get a font from open a text box and then put in whatever symbol you're looking for. You can do a video, online video, or video on my PC. So I know I have lots of videos. So if I wanted to, I can go to my OneDrive and go to my training videos. I am not sure if it requires you to, it requires that you have it as an MP4 file, or if an AVI file will work. But the video actually works here, and you can hear it talking. I also have video tools that are available that will show up. So anytime you do an insert, you're going to get other tools that are going to become available to you. And you can also include an audio. I can record audio here. And if I start it, and so it's going to hear me talking. So this is kind of like what I was talking about in the presentation video. This will do a voiceover for this document, or for this slide. Okay, so I'm done. And I can say okay. And now I have this little guy show up here. And if I click on it, it will play what I just did, what I just recorded. I can also do a screen recording, kind of like what I'm doing right now. I really do like to have that. You can also select the area. So if I just want to show you this part of it, I can do that. And I can record pointer. So if I move around in here, once I hit recording, I will get this. So I'm double recording right now, but you can see here, I'm moving my mouse. Okay, and then now I'm done. So, it didn't have the record pointer, so now it does. You see that that disappeared, but once I get to the top of my screen, it will then show you the toolbar, and you can hit stop, and it brings you back to the PowerPoint that you were in. And here we go. So let's see if it recorded my mouse strokes. Double recording right now, but you can see here. So I'm just turning off the sound. Let's see if we get the recording of my mouse here. It should show up shortly. Oh, it just shows the mouse is, I guess, what it is. Yeah, anyway, that's how you can do that. And like I was saying in the Prezi presentations, the one thing you can't do in Prezi presentation is this kind of type of resizing. You can only do the up and down resizing, which is what I'm doing here. And I think that was it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or you want more information on how to do this, the insert tab, please let me know. I'd be more than glad to come over and help you, or you can come to my office, or we can sit down somewhere, or we can do on IM, video conferencing, however you want to do it. My email is edis.warden@oit.edu. My extension's 51730, and you can find me in the Skype directory at Skype at Edis Warden, and just look me up in the Skype directory and add me as a contact, and I'd be more than glad to chat with you anytime you need help on anything that has to pertain with Microsoft Office or other programs that you're interested in. Okay, you have a wonderful day. Thank you.